What's up, you guys? Hey, welcome back to my channel. I just realized I'm wearing the same hoodie I was wearing in my other video, and I got my hair done the same way. But I mean, a hoodie, you can wear that like multiple times. Ooh, y'all, I'm trying to think, how can I park to where the sun is actually in my favor? Ooh, that's perfect. Hey, hold on. Hey, hold up. That's perfect. Hey, I like that. So, y'all, today I thought I would tell y'all a story time about one of my ex best friends. Actually, like, she used to be my best friend, like, ever. Ended up leaving me stranded at the beach. So, I jotted down some notes because I've been wanting to tell this story for a while, and I don't want to miss nothing. It's probably not going to be a very long story, but anyway, so let me see. So this is going to be a little backstory about the girl. Hold on, let me. Ooh, the sun come out more like that. Period. So this best friend that I'm talking about, we're gonna call her Bestie because really what I wanted to do was say something like close to her name. Honestly, I'm the type that I will drop names, I don't care, but like I'm gonna just say Bestie. So we're gonna call her Bestie. I met this best friend in 3rd grade. And we just became friends because I don't even remember. I think it's because we lived in the same complex. And I don't even remember how we became friends. Like, she was like this big girl that was built like a boy, literally. Like, you would think she was a boy, especially back then when we were smaller. And I don't know how we became friends, but I think it's because we went to the same school, and then we figured out we lived in the same apartment complex. So we just kind of like started hanging out or whatever. And yeah, I'm done. But anyway, she was built like a boy. Like, literally, she was built like a boy. And she had very big like anger problems. She was like diagnosed bipolar even back then. Like, she had so many issues. Like, I remember she was big. Like I said, she was built like a boy, so she was big like a boy even at that age. And she would throw like desks at teachers. Like, she had real bad anger issues. And like, man, but she was always so nice to me. And like I was always going to her house, and we were just cool. So I ended up moving 4th grade. And then like time passed, a lot of time passed. We didn't talk because we were obviously in 3rd grade, so we didn't have phones and stuff. So we kind of lost touch for years, and then I ended up moving back to the state that she was in and to the same town. And before I did that though, I had moved to the same state, but I wasn't in that town yet. And I was looking through my friend requests on Facebook. I was like, 14, 15, something like that. I'm looking through my friend requests on Facebook, and then I noticed the girl, and I'm like, she looks familiar. And I look at her name, and I'm like, hold on. I click on the profile. I'm like, wait, this is, oh, girl, like, my friend, like, hey. So I texted her, and I'm like, girl, I just moved back to Texas. And she had been sitting in my friend request for a while. And I'm like, I didn't even know this was you. Like, what's up? Like, I just moved back to Texas, and I was like, well, I'm finna move back to the town, you know. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And we were just chopping it up. And then like I moved back, and then like a month, I stayed in one town for a month, and then after that I moved to that one town that I used to live in. And we reconnected. At this time we're both in high school, and we reconnected. And anyway, that's a whole nother story of like our friendship and things we went through. So I was just telling you a little backstory on how we met. So anyway, fast, whatever, forward. We grew up, graduated, you know, whatever. Like I said, that's a whole nother story. And we had fell out a couple times. Like, we were real close though. Before falling out, we were real close. She told me everything. Like, I seen this girl, no clothes on. Like, we were friends. And sorry, this is pretty bright. We were friends, very close friends. She would like pay for stuff for me when we go places. Like, I would go everywhere with her and they would just be paying for me. Like, I never had to pay nothing. Like, yeah, she was that type of friend. So, but I forgot to mention, I lived with her a couple times when I ran away from home. Like, yeah, crazy stuff. Like, months at a time living with her. But at this time, we have fell out a couple times because, you know, as you get older, you grow apart. And, like, my mom would always tell me, like, I would not have the same friends in high school when I get older. And I'm like, girl, you're tweaking because, like, we all close and stuff. But that's true. Once you get older, like, and then you're not forced to go to school no more. You're not forced to see these people. It becomes a whole different story. And they, like, some people do stick together. And unfortunately, most of the time, like, we end up on different paths. And that's what happened to her. So, like, in high school, she was very promiscuous. And even in high school, like, when I first moved back freshman year, she was promiscuous then. Like, she always been promiscuous. So, and, like, her mom did not care about nothing she did. Like, she was mixed. Her mom's white. So her mom didn't care about nothing she did. Like, she just did whatever. Even in high school, she just kind of did whatever. I'm trying to think, should I take these off? Yeah. But she just did whatever. Like, her mom let her do whatever the heck. Like, and you know me, you see my skin tone. My mom not playing with none of that. So her mom literally let her do whatever. Like, she would stay out late, like, whatever she wanted to do. And, like, she would get, like, in trouble for some stuff, but, like, it would be like a slap on her wrist type of thing. Like, and then she was gonna do it again, like, whatever. But she wasn't, like, horribly bad when it came to her mom. But, like, her mom just let her do whatever, so she did whatever. Like, and so I feel like once she got older, since, you know, she didn't have any rules or anything like that, she just got worse, especially with the promiscuity, however you say that. It got worse when she got older. And hold on, let me see. So, like I said, we fell out. So there was, like, a couple times we fell out, and then in between them times, it was a pretty distance of time. I can't really remember because it was years ago. But it would be a pretty distant amount of time to where I wouldn't know what she had going on or who she was hanging around or nothing. And my innocent little mind back then, y'all, I wasn't thinking about nothing like bad. She hung out with some people that I didn't really mess with, whatever. And when we got back friends that time, you know, like I said, we had fell out, so I didn't know what she had going on. And when we became friends again, she asked me if I wanted to go to this beach party. If y'all see me digging in my nose, it's me scratching my nose. I'm not, like, digging. But I was like, heck yeah, like, I want to go to the beach because y'all know me. I love the beach. I love the beach. Like, I love the beach. I will never live on a beach, but I will go to a beach. And I was like, heck yeah, I want to go to the beach. But like I said, she was very promiscuous, y'all. So there was this dude she used to hang around that was much older than her. She was in, like, her 20s, and he was, like, 50 something, almost 60, I think. But he was like a I don't even know if I could say this on here. But remember when I said she was very promiscuous? So she kind of got into that promiscuous lifestyle, if you know what I mean. And she had a dude that would, like, direct her promiscuity, if you get what I'm saying. So he was kind of like that dude, but he was real friendly to me. Like, I've known him for a little bit. He even took me in when I was pregnant a little bit. And he was cool with me. Like, I knew he did that, and I guess he knew that I wasn't that type of girl, so he wasn't gonna be able to treat me like that, like the way he treated her, and the things that he got her into, if you know what I mean. Just up days for change everywhere with whoever. Like, he was directing that. I don't want to say the word. I don't know what else to say for that, so I hope y'all get my drift. But so the dude was with her. We gonna call him P because that's like a a shortness of what he was to her. So I hope y'all really understand what I'm saying now. So P, he was shoot, I said all that and I forgot what I was saying. But anyway, P was gonna take us because none of us had cars, and he was just gonna take us and like pay whatever. So I told my mom about the trip or whatever, and she was like, yeah, that's cool, but she had heard a rumor that I heard from somebody that was like close to her that Bestie was doing, you know, sniff. And I was like, oh no, like she wouldn't be doing that, because the way me and her relationship was, she would tell me everything. Like I said, I seen this girl with no clothes on and all that. So like I feel like she would tell me everything, and so I'm like, no, she didn't tell me that. So I'm like, no, she's not. And mom was like, okay, because like that's what she heard. So I'm like, she didn't tell me, so no. Like I was very confident, like no, because she did not tell me. She told me before, like a long time ago, that she had tried that before, but she didn't tell me she was on that. So I was like, nah. And so yeah, that happened. So I have another friend that's still my friend to this day, and I'm gonna actually give her name. We're gonna call her Maya. She's my best friend. So I told her that I was going to this thing, and that like, does she want to come? And then I asked Bestie if she can come too, and she was like, yeah, whatever. And she wanted to go, of course, like duh. So when the day came, Bestie picked me up, her and P picked me up, and then we went to go pick up Maya. And before this, though, I forgot to mention Maya's mom. Oh, when we went to go pick her up, Maya's mom was like, do y'all trust this girl or whatever, Bestie? And I was like, yeah, like she my best friend. Like I've been knowing this girl since we were like, what, I don't even know, young as heck. Like, how old are you in 4th, 3rd grade? I don't know, like 10, 11, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look back on that. But I'm like, yeah, I've been knowing this girl for a long time. Like I trust her, everything. Like I was for real serious. Like I trust this girl. Like I trust her so much. And her mom was like, all right. Maya's mom was like, all right. So we driving, and it's take like 2-3 hours to get there. I think it was like maybe 2.5. So we riding, you know, we getting lit on the way there, y'all. I'm not gonna specifically name, like, you know, but we were getting lit on the way there. So by the time we make it, actually we had left pretty late, so by the time we made it, it was already dark. And oh, mind you, I just skipped a whole part. I'm so sorry. So when we were riding, right, like I told y'all, we was getting lit on the way. And you know, we passing around whatever, and they ask us if we want to, like they pull out a bag, and they're like, do we want to? And I was like, no, like no. But like at this time I'm already lit, so like it catches me off guard at the same time, and I'm like, no. And so me and Maya just look at each other like, because like I said, me and Bessie was falling out. So I think not too long after we reconnected for like what, the 3rd time or something, like literally I think maybe the day of or like the day after is when she invited me to this party. And then it was like couple days after that. So me and Bessie was like freshly reconnected. So me and Maya, you know, we real close. So we back there like looking at each other like, did she really just offer us? And then she was like, all right, I guess, you know, whatever, more for them. And so she did some of it, her and the guy Pete. I was like in front of us, and we were like, yo. So Maya had a bathing suit, but I didn't. So P had offered to buy me a bathing suit and some shoes. So we stopped by Walmart, and they had did that, you know, not too long before we went in the store. So y'all, we went in there, and y'all, they straight up tweaking in the store. I was like, well, like I was pushing Bestie around in the basket. She wanted to get in the basket, so I was pushing her around, which I didn't think that was weird, because like we would get together and like be weird, like, you know, that's how friends are. Like your real weirdness come out. I know some people are like that. Some people, they're really like but I know some people, when they get around their friends, that's when they for real self come out. They be acting weird, acting themselves. So that's how we would do, you know, act ourselves. So I'm thinking, you know, this is just something like I'm just pushing her around the basket. So I'm pushing her around the basket, and we passed by this lady and like her, I don't know if it was like her kid or whatever, and maybe her husband or something, because I wasn't paying attention to him. I'm just pushing her to the basket so we can get to the bathing suit. And she's over here complimenting him, like, oh my gosh, y'all have such a beautiful family, and like talking like that. Oh, your family's so beautiful. Like, and I'm just like literally, we was walking through the store, and she just like talking about how beautiful their family is, like telling them like deep down, like it touched her down below, and she like, man, like, I'm just looking at this girl like, okay. And y'all, then I look at P. P is over there tweaking out. His eyes were finna pop out of his eye sockets. He was that was him. Oh, that made my eyes dry. He was walking around like this. I was like, what did I just, like, what? But y'all, okay, when you hear this, you're probably like, girl, why you ain't make an escape? Why'd you even go with them? Because y'all, when I tell you, I have history with this girl. I have decades, at least a decade, maybe almost two, with this girl. So like I said, I trusted this girl with every part of me. Like, I never would think she would betray me. I never thought she would do like anything to me. Like, I trusted her completely, like with my life. I trusted her with my life. So if she brought someone around me and she trusts them, I trust them too, type of thing. That's how much I trust her, that I trust whoever she trusts. So, you know, all this stuff she was doing was real out of place. Like, I've never seen her sniff anything. I never saw that. So imagine how someone, your best friend, think you know everything about them, and then y'all hang out and you just see this whole nother person that you've never seen before. Like, they completely changed. Like, when I tell you she was lit in that store, y'all, they both was lit in that store. So, long story short, we go to the bathing suits, find some shoes. He buys them for me, and we leave. And we make it to the party. So now, making it to the party, right, y'all? We make it to the party. We are all lit. Like, we're lit. Like, it's dark when we get there. We're lit. And we get there. Me and Maya's excited. It's like, okay. So, like I said, he was her P. That's why his name is P. So, him and her, Bestie and P, are like, you know, kind of together walking, whatever. And then me and Maya are together walking, because that's like my best friend, like literally. So we get out the car and we just walking around. We kind of walking, and I'm with Maya on her, like walking next to her, and Bestie and P are walking next to each other. And I don't know, me and Maya just felt off. Like, we felt something was off, because hold on. Here's Bestie and P walking in front. Here's me and Maya. This is the distance we're walking from each other. So me and Maya back here like, this is weird. And they just up there talking about whatever. And we can't hear them because they so far apart. And we just felt so weird. We just felt so, like, something just felt weird. Even though we were lit, intoxicated, but I still felt it was off. Something was off, because we weren't like distant from them. They were distant from us. They were in front of us. So they kind of like, you know, separated on their own. And so we just kind of walked around. And I think we just kind of like checked out the scenery, seeing how many people was there. And it was lit. It was crunk up in there. Like it was quite a few people up there. And come to find out, because we kind of catch up with them or whatever. I think they stopped or something. I can't really remember. This was years ago. I'm trying to. But we kind of caught up to them or whatever. And then come to find out, they trying to search for her, somebody to, and get some coin. I'm like, so you telling me that we came all the way up here and you're worried about trying to do something to get some money from a dude? Like, that's your main focus, is to get some money for doing something at a party. Instead of going for the party, you're thinking about that, like right off the bat, thinking about that. Like, so me and mine are just like, huh? You're trying to do what? Bro, we were just like, oh my gosh. So I think for a minute we were even standing out there, like we were just kind of standing there and they were just looking, and me and Maya was just looking. We're like, bro. But it was kind of like still off-putting a little bit. Like, we weren't as separated, but they were still a little, you know, they were right there, we were right here. We just kind of like, bro, this is weird, bro. Like, we worried about turning up for the party and y'all worried about nasty stuff. Like, that nobody even thought about at all. So, yo, I think I had got lit off like an empty stomach. So, my stomach started acting up. I'm always the one to ruin something. My stomach started acting up, so I started to feel sick. So we walked back to the car or whatever, where it was parked. It was off away from the party because it was like, I don't know, that's where the parking was. We kind of parked, I forgot where we parked, like on the street or something. So we walked back to the car, found the car, and I was feeling sick. I needed something to eat. I ended up like, you know, and I needed something to eat. But I forgot what happened, like, P had ended up going somewhere, doing something. So it was just me, Maya, and Bestie, and we walked back to the car. Like, at some point, P had walked off. So me and Bestie walked back to the car after I finished and all that. And I was talking about how I needed something to eat, because, like, bro. But I guess, Bestie didn't have no money or whatever, so, some dudes had offered to like help me or whatever because they seen us sick. They offered to help and like buy some food and all that. And I think Bestie's phone had died or something. So, and she was waiting on P because that's how attached she was to him. That weird stuff. And because, you know, that's his role. Like, she just playing her role. She trying to stick with him. Bro, that should have been a red flag. Like, my mom was a red flag saying about what she heard. Maya's mom was a red flag, and all the other stuff was just red flags everywhere.